Okay, welcome back to part 2. So one more little exploration, which leads into Secret of the Universe. Okay, we're going to do a log problem here. So log base 7 of 49. We know, of course, that means 7 to what power is 49? And x is 2, because you guys know your squared numbers. Okay, the second part of the problem, we want to do log of 49 divided by log of 7. Again, this doesn't say what the base number is. And if it doesn't say what the base number is, it is understood to be 10. And the reason that's important is because you know that your calculator has this amazing little button on it called log. And that log button only works if it's base 10. So you can do log 49, and I get 1.69019608. That's all it shows on my calculator. I get, at some point I should round that, log 7, and that gives me 0.8450980 on my calculator. But basically, if I take 1.69 and divide it by 0.855, oops, I just mean 0.85. I don't know why I wrote that second 5. Sorry about that. If I do that division, I get 1.988 and a bunch of numbers. Now, those aren't exactly the same, but they're pretty darn close. But why aren't they exactly the same? Well, what did I do in this problem? I rounded. And so let's say I rounded to a different spot here. Let's say I rounded to 0.845, okay? If I do 1.69 divided by 0.845, now it actually equals 2, and they would be the same. Okay, so what are the advantages and disadvantages if you do this? Well, obviously rounding errors can throw off your answer a little bit, okay? Quite frankly, it took me longer to plug the second one into my calculator than it did to do the first one in my head. But not all problems work like that. And because of that, that's why we have Secret of the Universe. Okay, and Secret of the Universe is otherwise known as the base change of base property, or the base change formula, sometimes it's called. And it says, if you have a log problem, you can take this problem and switch it to any common base. You can switch it to any common base and then just divide those. Okay, and I've actually added another page in here. I'm not going to do the example quite directly yet. But one of the things is, what base would you choose? Well, you can choose any number in the whole universe. But I would pick a 10. Why would I pick a 10? Because that's the log button on your calculator. Okay, so if you change it to base 10, you can use the log button. Quite frankly, if you change it to base E, you can use the LN button, but we're not quite there yet. Okay, so when would this be a good idea? Well, let's say I have something like log base 3 of 12. And again, I'll come back to the one that's on the paper here. But log base 3 of 12 means 3 to what power gives me 12? That one I can't do in my head. I know that 3 squared is 9. I know that 3 cubed is 27. So I know this has to be 2 point something, but I don't know exactly what. Okay, this would be a good one to do change of base on. So I'm going to do log. I'm going to pick base 10, so I don't even have to write it, of 12. And I'm going to divide it by log of 3. Okay, and so if I do that, log of 12 divided by log of 3. and I get about 2.26. Does that answer make sense with what I said here? Yes, absolutely. Okay, what if I had a problem like log base 5 of 25? Does that one make sense to do the change of base formula? To me, it doesn't. I did it that fast. I can't type it into my calculator that fast. You could. You can do log of 25 over log of 5. You should get the same answer, right? But, in fact, let's do that. Log of 25 divided by log of 5, and I get 2. Okay, I actually didn't round on either of those. Okay, but it was faster for me to do it in my head. So change of base formula is awesome, but know when to use it. Okay, so this example here that's up there, I'll put this down here now. Log base 5 of 15 to the 4th. Well, first of all, the power rule says go ahead and write that 4 out front. Okay, and then if I do 4 times the log of 15 divided by the log of 5. And is that a good one to do? Yeah, because I don't know 5 to what power gives me 15. Okay, so I am going to plug that into my calculator. Log of 15 divided by log of 5. And it gives me, this part gives me 1.682 blah, 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 blah. I'm going to multiply that answer by 4. And I get about 6.73 and change. Okay? If we want to check our answer, this should mean that 5 to some power is the same as 15 to the 4th. So if I do 5 to the 6.73 power, that gives me 50,590. And if I do 15 to the 4th power, I get 50,625. They're not exact. They're relatively close. Why? What happened here? I rounded to the 0.73. The more decimals I take it out to, the closer these two numbers will be. Okay. One thing you have to be careful with, though. This is not the same as this. Okay, first of all, I could just divide that, but this would be the log of 15 minus the log of 5 if I were using properties. This is the log base 5 of 15. Okay, so watch out for that little mistake. As you guys start to combine things, you're going to do that 16.1 practice worksheet again. You're going to do 25 to 39 from the second page. I will get some Zoom time set up for Thursday and Friday for you if you need to ask for some help. And should be good. As always, you can text me on the remind if you need help at any time too. Okay, have a great day.